Hi everyone. Okay, so my phone was giving me a bit of an issue. That's why now I'm using my tablet. I wanted to show real quick what I do to maintain the gray hair. In my last video, I tried to explain how there is the darker gray, like a medium gray, and then the platinum gray. Platinum being hardest to find here on the farthest top left, and both between the dark gray and the medium gray are typically easier to find. A lot of people are going along with the gray trend. A lot of others want to stand out, be unique. It's all beautiful hair, and a bunch of others simply just want raw, gorgeous hair. And I get a lot of people who want to color it. Yes, you can color this hair. You could dye it. You can flat iron it and curl it. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? What I will say is raw gray hair is from elderly donors. And if there's one thing I try to tell people, ends like these are typical, so we snip them off, or we try finding someone who isn't dealing with too much dryness. But this here, you know, silky. That over there is ended really nicely. Great. And these are great too. Okay? But it is typical to find someone who has a more coarser feel to their raw gray hair because of not only dehydration, it is simply the aging process. I repeat, it is simply the aging process. It is normal for people to not have soft, luxurious, I guess you could say moist textured hair, soft textured, whichever way I could put it, because elderly people tend to have drier hair. Younger folks, the hair flows in the wind and it's soft and fully hydrated locks, you know, whether it's from the intake of their water or whether it's just the scalp nourishes the hair follicles. But as you get older, there is depletion. It is normal. So because of that, the hair suffers more once it is cut off. So it is very important to maintain this hair very carefully. So processing, I tend to recommend keep it limited, because the more you process it, you know, the less it'll last you. Raw hair can go from 2, 3, 4 years without a problem to its new home and owner. It shouldn't be an issue maintaining it, but if you keep messing with it, then yes, in any natural object, if you mess with it with bleach and this and that and flat ironing every day, you know? So the natural pattern, I tend to tell people, hey, do you, it's yours now, but don't be surprised that if you keep applying heat daily, you know. Another thing, in case you are into styling daily with heat, in case you are into often coloring the hair and lifting the hair and whatever, or just because you just want to maintain gray hair, these are the typical things I use. Everybody's different, but I'm going to show you anyway. So right here from the previous video, the dark, the medium, and the platinum gray, what I did was I got like a medium dark gray hair, as I have stated. Not every hair is the same. Okay, so this literally is a combination of about those two colors, right? So what I do is I seldom ever shampoo the hair. Why? Because I seldom ever put product in the hair. Gray hair is dry hair. it will absorb, not absorb per se, but it will collect a bunch of the product if you use a lot of product on it. It will build up. One thing I will say about gray hair, it loves to drink up product. Oils, moisturizers. Gray hair is thirsty hair. Keep that in mind. This is why gray hair is often dry hair. So one thing I do love to use. Over here, I have the biggest tub known to man. This is not a little tub, fellas. Silicone mix. All right, this is my crack cocaine. Forget perm, relax, or creamy crack. This is my creamy crack. Whether it be hair on an actual scalp or whether it be the raw hair bundles, silicone mix does magic. Okay, I don't know who makes it. I think it's from South America, Dominicana, I don't know, but this stuff is fantastic. I got the big one. I love the big one. Okay, so there's a big tub of silicone mix. Another thing I use, with the silicone mix, do not be shy about keeping that on the hair for as long as you like. Be it an hour, 2 hours, or if you have time, heck, 24 hours. It doesn't necessarily damage the hair to stay up to 24 hours. It's just that a lot of people are content with up to 2 hours. Why I say 2 hours is because the coarser and drier a hair is, the longer it needs to stay with a conditioner, a deep conditioner. By the way, this is a deep conditioner. The longer it has to stay in there to soak up the goods. Okay? So typically with a lot of clients and customers, I do tell them 2 hours is plenty time. If you feel like going longer, that's fine. I know a lot of people who do overnight with silicone mix and it comes out beautifully. No problems. Another thing I do use over here, don't know if you can see that. This is a leave-in conditioner. This is mostly like once it's done air drying and I'm just, feel like just adding some more moisture in there. Just a little dab, nothing crazy. I tend to notice, the patterns, the curls pop when I rub this in and it feels soft again. And I love Cantu. And regarding the gray color, that doesn't need it. The platinum gray is so white. It's so freakishly white. It's not going anywhere. But sometimes, like it's happening with this already. Just a little bit. Sometimes gray hair, when exposed to sunlight for a certain amount of time, like if I was to go, if I put on the gray hair and I go to the Caribbean and I stayed there for like a month or whatever, you will see some type of yellowing happening to gray hair. Now, this is not only to gray hair bundles. This literally happens to older people in general. Older, doesn't have to be older. People in their 20s get gray hair, 30s and 40s, okay? Anyone with gray hair knows what I'm talking about. It is perfectly normal for gray hair to have yellow streaks. It is normal. There's nothing bad about it. It is just not the color people want to walk around with all the time, gray and yellow, okay? So because of that, this is what I use. All right, don't know if you can see that over there. There you go. Shimmering Lights shampoo for blonde and silver hair. Okay. I use maybe about 1/4 or 2/4 size on my palm, and I lather up the hair. I let it sit there maybe for like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds. I don't keep it on long because this does have slight purple tones to it. Not that that looks bad on hair. No. Apparently silver and purple actually go pretty well together. That's why I have a purple background for the hair. Okay. So I use that to maintain the gray color. Not that the hair was never gray to begin with. It is gray, but it is normal upon install. If you happen to be around a lot of sunlight, do not be surprised if you have to use shimmer lights, whatever, purple shampoo. This is not the only brand that makes purple shampoo. It's just the one that I tend to use, okay? Another thing that I've seen others use, and I tried it myself and it worked, is by Roux. Let me see if the light over here, there you go. Okay, silver lining, number 42. All right, Fanciful by Roux, number 42, silver lining. That's the name. What I do with that, for instance, is I would get a Ziploc bag, put the hair in the Ziploc bag, pour the Roux all up in there, completely saturate the hair, zip it up, leave it overnight. That's what I do with this, because I have the time to leave it overnight. I'm not in a hurry. This is me referring to my wig, because I did make the gray hair into a wig, because before I sell something, I make a wig intentionally to wear it or wear it out to see the quality of the product before I let others get their hands into it. Okay, so what I do with my wig, I put it in a Ziploc bag. I put the Roux Fanciful number 42. Also, there's a number 51, I believe, but currently in my stash there's a 42. I've used up my 51, I suppose, but I let it sit there overnight. By the next day, rinsed it out, and ta-da, my stuff was shining gray. The yellowing was gone, and it's pretty again. So these are the things I do consistently. I would recommend to deep condition a couple times a month. You know, keep it about 2 hours at least. It doesn't have to be Cantu, but anything that doesn't go around carrying, you know, things that basically encourage helping with coarse and dry hair. I don't know if you can see that over there. All right. Because this hair does have a tendency of going dry because it is of an elder donor. Okay. All of these are from elderly women. That's for the color. That's for the color. That's for deep conditioning. And this is for moisture for coarse, dry hair. All right. I try to keep the products pretty simple when it comes to raw gray hair. I don't want to manipulate raw gray hair too much because it is sensitive hair. Only because it is from elder donors. Aside from that, enjoy the hair, flip it in the wind. You know, some people make a gray to lavender tips or gray to pink ombre situation. That's gorgeous. Have fun with it. You can reuse it, you know, take the install out, wash it off, stash it away, put it back in. This hair is reusable. This hair is fun. It is unique. It is beautiful. Don't be afraid to go gray. Okay? Thank you very much.